big story that we're breaking here is that question: is there a split in the DMK? Is there a rebellion that's brewing within the DMK? Karunanidhi's elder son, Alagiri, who's Union Minister for Chemical and Fertilizers, has so far not tendered his resignation. He's not in that group of DMK ministers who went to tender their resignation. News is coming in that Alagiri is actually against walking out of the UPA government. He wants to continue as a minister. He was also against MK Stalin's decision to quit the UPA government. But before we move on, let's listen into TR Balu for more on this.
The Honorable Leader of the DMK party, we have handed over the resignation letter to the Honorable Prime Minister. 3 of the resignation has already been handed over. Another 2, Alagiri and Napoleon, will be extended to the Prime Minister shortly.
So when you met the Prime Minister, what did he tell you, sir?
No, it is we have to yes to accept it.
Sir, are you open to join the NDA at this stage?
So was there?
Are you open to join the NDA front?
You asked for a million pound question.
Yes.
You asked for a million pound question. No, never.
So when you met the Prime Minister, how long was the meeting and what did he tell you? What is the...
No, they are coming. They are coming. Just I got the certain time of Prime Minister. 12 o'clock is given. Just to keep up the timing, we handed over all the 3 3 letters have been handed over. By 1 o'clock, 1:15 they are handed.
What did the Prime Minister tell you, sir? What did the Prime Minister tell you, sir?
Prime Minister he has to receive whatever the resignation, he has to accept.
So why did Mr. Alagiri not join you? Is there any sense of...
My dear friend, you are not include voting.
Sir, is the DMK open to
DMK is solid, they are resigning, they will resign by...
What has been discussed in the meeting?
So you heard TR Balu, the DMK MP, there saying do not impute any motive. DMK is solid, but is it actually solid? Let me bring in headlines today's Priyamvada for more from Chennai. Let me also bring in a senior political editor Javed Ansari from Delhi. Priyamvada, yesterday when DMK withdrew support, there were celebrations in Chennai, but celebrations that were restricted to the Stalin camp. The Alagiri camp, we are told, was quite disappointed. Alagiri wants to continue as a union minister. Where does the truth lie in this?
Definitely, it's a difficult situation for DMK at this point of time because Alagiri and his minister, another minister, Napoleon, who supports Alagiri, have not turned up with the team led by TR Balu. I'm being told Alagiri has not been talking to Karunanidhi for the last 3 months, ever since Karunanidhi openly declared that Stalin is going to be the heir apparent. There has been a very uneasy silence between the two, and the ice has not been broken, and Alagiri is desperately trying to consolidate his supporters. But that's not been happening so far. But definitely there is a lot of differences between the two. Alagiri did not want DMK to come out, though he did inform this directly to his father through his MPs and MLAs who support him. He had indeed informed to DMK chief that they should not walk out. But despite that, Stalin played a very major role in ensuring that DMK walks out of the UPA alliance, and that has definitely irked Alagiri. And he definitely, I'm being told, my sources are telling me, just few hours back he told his supporters he doesn't want to go in team led by TR Balu. We all know for a fact that TR Balu is a supporter of Mr. MK Stalin and is a very close aide of Mr. MK Stalin. So Alagiri and Napoleon have decided not to go with the team, and they have not taken any decision. All of them, in fact, even some of the senior leaders tried to contact Mr. Alagiri and Napoleon, but they've not been able to do so. Definitely a new headache, and the split and the anguish between the brothers is very widely out in the open now.
Oh, it indeed does appear to be the case. He hasn't spoken, Alagiri hasn't spoken to Karunanidhi in the past 3 months, ever since Stalin was made the heir apparent. And Javed Ansari, is this something that the Congress can take advantage of, or clearly not? I mean, two ministers, one minister, the Union Steel and the Union Fertilizer and Chemical Minister Adagiri, and Napoleon, Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment, haven't submitted their resignations to the Prime Minister.
Gaurav, theoretically, yes, they can take advantage. In practical terms, I'm not so sure. This might be a storm in a teacup. Eventually, Mr. Alagiri and Mr. Napoleon will come around because they realize they have very little. I mean, there's very little they can achieve on their own, minus the DMK, especially minus the DMK patriarch, Mr. Karunanidhi. He might be trying to prove a point, but having met that point, eventually, I'd like to believe that he will come around and he will follow suit, follow the dictats of his father, and go and present his resignation papers.
Okay, Javed and Priyamvada, stay on with me. Now, T.R. Balu, he's a DMK MP. He's considered extremely close to Stalin. We'll listen to what he said, but before that, let's listen in to INB Minister Manish Tiwari.
सरकार पूरी तरह से स्थिर है। ये बात सही है कि हमारे घटक दल की कुछ शायद राजनीतिक मजबूरियां रही हों, या उनकी जो उनके प्रदेश में परिस्थिति है एक पड़ोसी मुल्क को लेकर, उस पर कोई संवेदनशीलता रही हो, उनके कारण उन्हें समर्थन वापस लिया है। पर जहां तक हमारा ताल्लुक है, चाहे उस मुद्दे की बात हो और चाहे इसको एक व्यापक परिप्रेक्ष्य में देखा जाए, यूपीए की सदा ये कोशिश रही है कि संवेदनशीलता से अपने घटक दलों को, अपने समर्थक दलों को पूरा इज्जत और सम्मान देकर हमने पिछले 9 वर्ष से सरकार चलाई है, और हमारी ये पूरी उम्मीद है कि सब लोगों के समर्थन से यूपीए की सरकार इसी तरह से संवेदनशील सरकार चलाती रहेगी।
Okay, we'll track the story closely. Will Adagiri submit his resignation in the next half an hour to 40 minutes? We'll get you the latest on that. But the DMK patriarch is stepping up pressure on the UP government even now. M. Karunanidhi has issued a statement saying the US resolution was watered down because India appreciated Sri Lanka's report at the United Nations. And this is something that Karunanidhi is extremely miffed about. What they're also very angry about is the fact that India actually let Sri Lanka deal directly with the United States of America on this proposed resolution. When Vikram Samarasinghe, the Sri Lankan President's special envoy to UN, met Indian diplomats in Geneva 2 weeks ago, India said deal directly with the United States, and this is something that Karunanidhi is extremely angry about. Priyamvada joins me for more on this. Priyamvada, what is Karunanidhi saying now?
Well, Karunanidhi has just stepped up pressure, and from this very statement that just landed half an hour ago, it's very clear that Karunanidhi doesn't want to stay in the alliance, even if the Congress brings about a resolution in the parliament, even if the Indian government says that they had tried to bring in amendments in the US resolution. Even then, Karunanidhi is not going to accept and stay in the alliance. Today's the statement just says that. He says the entire resolution has been watered down only because of India. He puts the onus on India. It's already late. It's going to come up for voting by tomorrow afternoon or day after tomorrow. There's hardly any time for India to influence. Karunanidhi is asking, why didn't India do anything? A. And B, the UPR report that was presented by Sri Lanka, talking about all the good work Sri Lanka has done in that country post-war. Why did India appreciate it? Because there was a note that was given by the Indian representative for UN Special Mission in Geneva, who had appreciated all the efforts made by Sri Lanka. So Karunanidhi is blaming everything on India now. So he's in no mood to be back in the UP alliance. That's for sure from this statement.
For the moment, Priyamvada, many thanks for joining me. Keep tracking the story. I will come back to you for more.